Welcome. Please come to a comfortable seated position. You want to make sure that your sitting bones are grounded towards and in the floor and your pelvic bowl is neutral. If you're noticing that the tendency of your body is to sit slightly backwards towards the tailbone, please take a blanket or a pillow and sit at the very edge of it. In this way, the hips are going to be a little elevated and the hips are going to be able to open a little more, the knees going down and the pelvis to find the neutral position. Where to work at best. Lengthen your spine here. Cross your legs if they're not already. And bring the right foot forward. The ankles are in one line on the midline of your body, in line with the belly button. Maybe you want to be here for square pose. And if you don't feel at your edge, you might want to fold forward in a flexion of the spine. You can stay on your palms, softening the chest and the head, the neck. Or come onto the forearms, maybe with forearms on blocks. You can support your forehead with a block or two fists. If you do not feel that you are working at your edge, at the perfect depth for you today here, you can go a little deeper, bringing the front foot underneath the back knee and the back foot underneath the front knee. If you feel you're not at your edge here neither, you can bring the front foot on top of the back knee and move the foot that now is underneath the upper knee forward so that you have an ankle knee and knee ankle alignment. And the shins are in line with your shoulders, parallel to the edge of the mat in front of you. If there's a big gap between the upper knee and the bottom foot, you can fill that gap with a block or a blanket or a pillow. If that gap doesn't bother you, you can work here. You have the option to keep your spine straight or bring the arms onto the legs, folding forward with a soft back, and maybe with time, go a little deeper with the palms on the floor or softening the arms towards the floor and the whole upper body over the legs. Breathe here. Let the head hang low and heavy. Create space between upper and lower teeth. And soften the little muscles around your eyes, your eyebrows. Soften the pelvic diaphragm and your shoulders. Allow your breath to be wide, your inhalations to open the rib cage at a 360 degrees. Try not to do much, but allow your body to be and to go soft to its depth. Four breaths. Slowly, slowly at the end of your fourth breath, bring the spine up to straight if it's not already. Slide the hands and the arms towards you. Bring the hands behind you. Activate your feet. Uncross your legs. Stretch your legs to the front. Shake them a little bit. And then bring the feet flat on the floor. Knees to one side and then the other. Other side. Always with a neutral pelvic ball and the sitting bones rooted to the ground. Bring the left foot forward. The ankles cross in front of you, in line with your belly button. Maybe you stay here. There's a flexion of the spine if you want to look for your edge and go a little deeper. Maybe you just pull the feet towards the opposite sides so that one ankle is underneath the upper knee and vice versa. Or if you want to go a little deeper, again, you can bring the front ankle on top of the knee, and the upper knee will have the other ankle underneath. So it's ankle, knee, knee, ankle alignment. Try to propose to this side whatever you practice in the previous side. See how it works, and maybe you have to tweak it a little bit, do little adjustments, and then find your edge. Working at the edge is key in Yin Yoga. In fact, you want to work where you're feeling something going on. For example, in this pose, in the hips. A depth, some sort of compression or extension or twist, depending on the pose. You want to feel something in a broad, extended area. If you don't feel anything, it means you're not at your edge yet. If you feel too much and your breath starts to be short, then it means you went past your edge and you need to take a step back, which can mean use a prop. Come up a little bit with your upper body, for example, to not bring too much pressure on the hips, in this case of square. Or choose the option that I gave, the previous option, a little less deep. So once you're at your edge, go deep into the observation of your breath and the sensations that work along your body. Observe it. Notice that your edge might change throughout the pose. And what was a very deep sensation at the beginning, when you just enter in the pose, starts to not be that deep and you're ready to go a little farther. Unclench the jaw, space between upper and lower teeth. Soften, especially using the inhalations, your pelvic diaphragm. 4 breaths from now. At the end of your last cycle of breath, slowly start to come up with your upper body if you're folding forward. The head comes up at last. Take your time. Then activate your feet. Bring the hands behind you. Open the chest. Stretch the legs to the front. A little back bend if you feel like it. And then choose whatever you want to do with your legs. Maybe just shake it and you feel good. Or windshield wipe your legs. And if you have time today, enjoy a few moments in Shavasana, dead body pose, laying on the floor. And I'll see you the next time. Namaste.